memory of warmth and safety. Your face streaming with tears as you think of how you used to smile and laugh. There's a chance you might move on, sedate the emotion with the present, fill your mind with comforting thoughts, like opium to the body, numb the senses and try to forget. They shall always linger in the darkest shadow of your mind. Losing someone is tough. Forgetting them is harder. Have you ever lost someone you loved? Was it hard to let go? Could you let go? I think it's harder losing someone who is still alive, instead of someone dying. You see their face or hear their name and feel that pain. So strong and sad it hurts so much. You want to cry but hold it in. April 2nd, 2005. Finally finding out that someone you distrusted and thought hated you actually cared about you. I got a phone call tonight from my brother. You don't know how much it matters that me and him can talk without a fight. We talked for somewhere around half an hour. I learned so much about my brother in 30 minutes than I have in 13 years. I learned he isn't as bad as some have portrayed him, and that he had hard times too. April 6th, 2005. Just when things started getting better, the floor decided it didn't want to hold me up any longer. My body trapped in the light, but my mind plunging further into darkness. My stepdad decided he was no longer being the punisher. Now he goes to my mom making everything I do sound bad, and even lies to her that I'm doing things I'm not. My mom is so upset right now she says she wants to divorce the family. She also told me I could go live with my father. I'm starting to wonder if that would be such a bad move. I need something to hold on to, something that won't disappear. I need someone to hold and tell me it's all right. I'm scared and I'm putting up my walls. I'm hiding from the world, no one in, no emotion out. But I want someone to save me, to offer me a hand. I just don't want to get hurt, because that would surely be the end, losing one more safety line. I dress in black. It matches the darkness I feel inside. Sooner or later someone will notice. Notice that I can't breathe. Notice that I can't speak. Notice that I can't see. Notice me for the first time. I just can't smile, unless it's fake. I just want to find my way. I'm a mask, a shadow, a hidden figure, speechless, lifeless. I was happy only the night before, but news brought tears to my eyes. I can't concentrate. I need to get this darkness out of my soul. I hide behind a mask. No one can save me. I feel like I'm being put to my death in the most painful and slowest ways possible. I'm moving in slow motion because my insides are dying. Lay me down but not to sleep. Divest me dark and deep. Penetrate my barrier. Come into me for comfort. Hold me close and don't let go. The fucking world just doesn't know. Screaming out in pleasure. Tears you'd sacrifice to endure. Moving down and working up. You can't seem to get enough. Close the doors to the world. Fuck me against their fucking rules. Become one interlock. Come clean within. I forgive you for your sin. Learning lessons one movement at a time. Soon your soul will be mine. Seal with a kiss and live in eternal bliss. May 10th, 2005. I've decided on a title for these writings. Journal of a Teenage Soul. Someone threw me a rope. I clasped it in my hand and prayed this time I wouldn't be let go. Just his smile makes me know I'm not alone. He showed me something I never would have seen. He begged for a month or so before I had decided to try it. I went to youth group with him. I felt something, but it still didn't change anything at home. I realized what one of my problems are. I fear my stepdad. I will be so mad and angry, I'll rant and rave to my friends, but in his presence I cower like a beat dog. I have broken one of the major house rules and not been caught. I fell in love with one of my friends. Then he asked if I liked him and to go out with him. My response was simply yes and okay. My very first and hopefully my only. Yes, he is the one who threw the rope. On a roller coaster, I'm happy, then life happens and I break down. I think there is no changing the situation, but I must have hope. What you did was wrong. I can forgive but not forget. Yet you don't seem to understand this opportunity I'm giving you. You just keep yelling and not understanding. Now I'm to the point where it's just too hard to forgive. Once I close my door, you can be sure it will not open to you again. I will trust you if you earn it, but if you break it, you will never see it again. I do not judge by appearance, but the soul inside that you reveal. You can judge me by how I look, but then it is you who is missing out. If I give you reason to mistreat me, please let me know without screaming or hitting. If many agree that the way you treat me is wrong, shouldn't you carefully read the words of the song? I know I'm not perfect, but do I deserve this treatment of unworthiness? What did I do? When did I give you the right to treat me this way? Haven't I been a good girl? I guess my imperfections are all you can see. Some people are walking in the dark, not able or willing to turn on the light. I can't stop this transferring of thoughts. From my guardian angel and my stepdad. I think it's actually stepfather. My guardian angel makes me smile and just not want to wait till tomorrow. Then my stepfather makes me shake my head and dream of him far, far away. Well, they don't make me. I still have choice. They enable sensations. There, that's better. Because even if you're being held at gunpoint, you still have the choice to comply or be shot. Not much of a choice, but still a choice. If you have dreams, then ask yourself this. If you could pick any dream to live, which one would it be? Or would you be happy with the life you were given? Personally, I could think of many dreams that I would like to replace my situation. But then I looked deeper and realized I would have never met my guardian angel. I wouldn't be able to try and help others. Like the time I stayed up till 2 or 3 in the morning trying to talk an amazing girl I met about a month before the incident out of cutting herself. Hour after hour of reading quotes, talking about anything, then finally getting down to the why. It was hard. I didn't know then how hard it actually was for her. I used to just roll my eyes and go, they should just quit cutting. But now I know. In a moment of rage and anger, I gouged away at my ankle with a thumbtack till there was blood. It left a scar, and for a while after that I looked at sharp pointing objects every time something went wrong, and emotions were high. But I never did cut again. Only once. All it took was the first prick, but I overcame it. I fought it. If you or someone you know is cutting or self-mutilating, here is my advice. Find your voice. Write it down on paper. Talk to someone you trust. Pray, and if you really need to talk, talk to me. Talk, spill it out, knowing that person has been through a similar situation. If you don't wish to talk to me, find someone. Please, I could have ruined my life. Talk to someone before you get to the point you yourself have no hope. 'Cause even when you feel that, there's still someone who will listen. May 16th, 2005. It is a new day. There is always a new day. I have been on an emotional roller coaster lately. I wish I could just go to a place where I am loved. One day I just want to hear someone say, I love you, I need you, you are wanted. Today at school I was told by multiple people I was high, even though I have never been high in my life. I suppose over the weekend with my family I wasn't excited or happy, but at school I can be anyone I want to be. I'm not torn down each time I smile, every time, okay, only moderately. I start feeling upset, I search for a happy memory. This time it's this one. I was with my guardian after youth group. He could tell something was on my mind. We walked outside. He kept questioning me and wouldn't let me leave. After half an hour I still hadn't told him. His mom poked her head out the door and told us it was freezing and to go into the big chapel. That it was empty and we could talk in there. We went. I finally read the poem I wrote for him. He stood up and I did afterwards. He told me that it was God working through him, that I don't know who started it, but we just held each other for around 10 minutes. He whispered the question in my ear if I was okay. I said yes and held him tight again. Another 10 minutes passed by before I moved my head and whispered, your mom is waiting. That's my happy memory to lean on in hard times. It occurred last Wednesday, so it's still fresh in my memory. The Bible and Torah both state that God is our Father. I can't remember the last time I had a loving father figure. My real father only loves me when it's convenient, because a $5 bill and a birthday card that arrives a week late isn't love, and neither is a phone call 3 times a year if I get lucky. Then my stepdad, 4 years ago, I would have told you he loves me, and always will. A year ago, I would have told you he loves me. He's just going through hard times and doesn't see how he is acting. 3 months ago, I would have told you there's a chance he can change, but he just doesn't see what he's doing. But now, today, I can tell you he doesn't love me and he doesn't care. That I know he can tell what he's doing by the way he smiles and the hurtful comments he makes. My own mom says she can't truthfully tell me he loves me. There is also someone, I do not know who, that if they see one more thing they are calling child services. I never knew it was that bad. I have friends tell me I need to defend myself, but what if I can't? Pushing, shaking, and throwing. That he never has beat me. He scares me and yells. Sometimes I have strong feelings to kill him, but then I think logically and realize that would only make things worse. I sometimes imagine and hope he dies, but I don't really want him dead. I just want him out of my life. I have to face him if I want to eat, so I am thinking about skipping dinner. I had a buttered matzah earlier. I'm going back to my memory. It is so hard to be happy when someone is constantly trying to bring you down. I guess I will go and eat and pray with me that I don't get yelled at along the way. I guess I missed dinner. He either didn't leave any leftovers or he hid them. So I had 2 pickles, a Coke, and some tortilla chips with sour cream. I also stole one of my sister's Pop-Tarts, so I have some breakfast. Well, it's raining, and I'm going to ride my mom's bike, then head to bed, if I can sleep. May 17th, 2005. I don't get it. I write long, drawn-out letters to people and then never deliver them. I am waiting for my ride to come and take me to school. Man, I just really need a hug. You know that feeling where you want a hug, but there is no one to give you one? 23 last night. I like the text, it comforts me. I'm not that religious, but I'll get by. I delivered one of those letters. I never do. It feels odd. My stepfather. May 18th, 2005. Today I just can't remain happy. A friend who I am calling Raven has been trying to cheer me up. My guardian angel, or Pepin, has been asking if I'm okay, yet I know he cannot help me. May 19th, 2005. I am feeling better today. Yesterday I found out my parents are looking at divorce. I'm not going to go into detail because there is not much to say. Last night I went to youth group. It was nice. When I got home I had forgotten all my problems. I had leaned on Pippin throughout the whole service. Then on the drive home I fell asleep leaning on him. Now is a good time to tell you about my sleep. I am a light, heavy sleeper. Within an hour to 2 hours of the start of sleep I am aware of all my surroundings, temperature, sound, and touch. The sight, though, is black, even if light is turned on. I could feel myself slowly falling off his shoulder, but my muscles had already become numb. He held me up, but I could feel myself slowly slipping. I ended up lying on his lap. After a little while I could feel him running his fingers through my hair. I just felt so peaceful. I never wanted to get up. They got me up about a mile from my house. I got up, then leaned on him again, and he wrapped his arms around me. Okay, sorry for the long drawn-out story. Just trying to get my mind off of the family. Journal of a Teenage Soul. This would last from 13, now, to 19. That is the entire period of teenagehood. 6 whole years, and I still have 5 looking me in the eye. I hope they are smoother than this one. I feel like this is a plant, the seed potted in the very first word, and then left to grow from there. Each step I make in life, part of the ultimate goal. Next Tuesday is another stepping stone, that day marking my 14th year. But what is time again? Just another control factor, like a leash to a dog. When I started this book, I said it would be a travel in pain, sadness, false hopes, anger, and darkness. But now I feel I can add to that list love, friendship, and hope for a better tomorrow. It's my birthday, therefore, I love that word, I am doing a special birthday edition, which includes going through old notes I received and wrote and putting them in here. I want to be held and hear the words I love you. I want to know that I am needed and that everything isn't my fault. My mom says it is my fault because they are constantly fighting about me. I just can't take it anymore. I'm breaking down. I admit that I need help. If you can hear my voice, will you answer my call? I want someone to hold on to, someone that won't leave me when I need them most. I cried at lunch and punched a locker. I want to hit a wall. Early today I had a couple notes like this taken away. The voice is getting louder and clearer. I was always here. Why don't you leave me alone? Because you know you need me. I don't need you. Oh, yes you do. Stop it. You always make me feel inferior. But you are inferior. No, I'm not. I control you. You are not in control. You are weak. You are small. That's why. Shut up! So I am getting to you. Just shut up! If you aren't quiet, I'll scream. No, you won't. Try me. La 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 la. Shut up! La la la. Can't make me. La la la. Oh, when I get my hands on you, I thought you were always the one to say I was just part of you. Now you agree you are crazy. Shut up! I'm not going to listen to me any more. You were always the weak one, always giving up. Stop it! Always making mistakes. Shut up! Ha ha, you're even now losing more and more control. I can't take this. I'm stopping right now. I am in control. Raven, hey, what's up? I called him last night and talked for over an hour about nothing really. I called because I was stressed out and upset. But when I heard his voice and we started talking, I forgot about all my problems. It's like his voice made them crumble. He makes me smile. Do you know how long it's been since I truly smiled? Sorry if I'm going on and on. I'm still upset, but right now it's like I have a happy candy coating. Like, my mom made me a little upset. She pointed out I had put on a few pounds. Now no more candy or soda for me. Well, right back soon. I cut again after my birthday party a week after the actual day. I talked to Pepin and he helped a lot. I promised him I would never cut again. I plan on keeping that promise. Then more recently my ward got turned upside down. June 4th, I went to the mall with Pepin and Raven for my party with my friends. We shopped and went to a movie, The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, and just hung out from about 9:40 a.m. to 9:20 p.m. when the mall closed. We went across the street to Barnes & Noble to wait for our ride. Raven got a phone call, so I walked around to the teen section. Pepin followed. He and Raven had been talking, and I asked what about. He wouldn't tell, but asked me what I had been talking to her about. I told him we were talking about the movie, This whole time we were walking looking for the sci-fi section. I asked him again what he had talked about, still no answer.